Okay, let me touch on NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk. Fake squashing their beef. Axe spoke on it, blew up in his face. NBA YoungBoy took to Twitter and called Act. You know what I'm saying? Called him a biatch. That kind of hurt. And I felt Axe pain. Like when I listened to the stream, I felt his pain because Axe said something that was very important, something that I never even realized he was. Because I knew that they had some type of relationship. I just didn't know the depths of it. Axe was like, "Yo, you would tell me to get on a plane. I wouldn't even question anything. I hop on the plane, meet whoever you want me to meet blindly." You know what I'm saying? So you like, yo, Act was not just like somebody reporting on NBA YoungBoy. They had some type of bond, right? Or some type of trust built. And, Act was kind of like, an asset to NBA YoungBoy, right? Like an asset, It makes me think NBA YoungBoy is emotional, you know what I mean? Because he could have picked up the phone and talked to Act, but he chose to go on the internet. But at the same time, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, because maybe Act could have also picked up the phone and talked to NBA YoungBoy. I don't know. All I know is what's put out there, right? At the end of the day, I wonder what happens if Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy actually squash their beef. What happens to Lil Durk's street credibility? What happens to his career? What happens to his street ties? How are people gonna look at him? Because they already talking about Sly Favon. So if he squash beef with NBA YoungBoy, what happens? Meanwhile, Lil Durk is on the verge of a need for a rebrand. And I think this album is probably going to carry some type of rebrand. Me seeing him with J. Cole and him standing around the kids, having the kids sing, it's kind of like a breath of fresh air. Because for the longest, Lil Durk, he says he's the voice, right? He's been the voice of death, okay? The voice of death. Whether he likes it or not, a lot of things that he has said, I believe has impacted things that's happened in the streets, whether he was involved or not involved, you know what I mean? The thing is, if you are outside of your city, but you're still rapping about your city and you amping beef up, people are going to get hurt behind what you were saying. And nothing's going to come to you because you're not in the city. But your homeboys that's in the city still got to walk through the op block, and the ops going to get them because they bumping your music. They loving your music. They riding to your music. They worshiping your music. They listening to what you're saying. What you're saying becomes law because you're the one with the money. You the main guy. So if the main guy is still saying F the rest, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, the people on your side is going to say, yeah, F them. And then those people are going to be like, oh, let's retaliate. It's on site. You know what I mean? So my point is he's had influence, right? So he's been the voice of death. Now, with age, with money, with war wounds, with loss, and, and also he talked about therapy, with the growth that he's probably going through, he's going to need to rebrand or reinvent himself to become a voice of life. You know what I'm saying? And seeing those kids and J. Cole was kind of like a statement that I saw. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, Durk, and I've heard about this whole no violence things that he's doing. I don't know the details of it, to be honest. But just seeing him with the kids and J. Cole, I was like, okay, Durk is taking a step. Even the name of the album, Almost Healed. You know what I'm saying? And talking about the fact that he's going through therapy and everything, and, him saying like, yo, he would never break down to the people in the streets and let them see him cry or whatever. But you don't know what happens behind the scenes, when he's with his girl or when he's in therapy. So all of that, I'm like, okay, the man is growing. The man is progressing. The man is, probably heading towards like a rebrand. So I don't know how the music is going to sound because he still got to keep a little dark. You feel me? You still got to give the people still need that you know what I'm saying? But you got to balance it, with a little hope. Give people some hope, you know what I'm saying? Especially the kids, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm here for it, and we're going to see what his album sounds like when it drops. Because I already can predict that there's going to be a part that's going to still promote violence, but is it going to have a balance of a part that actually, you know, inspire people? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man.